Pusha T is not feeling Travis Scott. This is an unexpected situation that everyone is talking about after the new Clipse record, So Be It, just debuted. And although Push does not name Travis by name, it's pretty clear he's talking about him. And we have a follow-up interview which breaks down what is going on between Pusha T and Travis Scott. Let's get into it. So I'm really loving this Clipse rollout as we get to the Let God Sort 'Em Out album that's coming out in July. So we got a new record called So Be It, as well as a music video. And it's a great record. It's very much kind of like classic Clipse. Pharrell produced it, very sort of like high concept visuals. On the record, Pusha doesn't say Travis's name, but the hints are pretty thinly veiled. So I'm going to put up some of the lyrics, but as you can see, he mentions Utopia, lip gloss popping, which is clearly a nod to Kylie Jenner, and also AE. And AE, for those of you who don't know, that's Alexander Edwards. So he's someone who, I think he still works at Def Jam, but you may know him as Tyga's best friend. Obviously, Tyga dated Kylie Jenner, and he's currently dating Cher. So that's another conversation. But from this verse, it's very clear that this seems to be pointed at Travis Scott. Of course, everyone was like, what is this about? Like, we didn't even know that you guys had issues. But, don't worry. Old school journalism comes to the rescue. Right after this dropped, GQ ran a piece of their interview. And as I mentioned in a previous video, GQ did a great interview with both of the members of the Clipse. And I'm not sure if this was sort of like an embargo, like don't run this until the song comes out. But GQ did run this part of the interview, which gives us more insights. So I'm going to read what Pusha says. The true context is that we were in Paris literally working, and he, Travis Scott, was calling to play P, that's Pharrell, his new album. He came to Pharrell's studio at the Louis Vuitton headquarters, where Clipse recorded most of Let God Sort 'Em Out. Little flex right there. He interrupted a session, Pusha recalled. He sees me and Malice there. He's like, oh man, everybody's here. He's smiling, laughing, jumping around, doing his fucking monkey dance. Yikes. We weren't into the music, but he wanted to play it, wanted to film us and Pharrell listening to it. And then a week later, you hear Meltdown, which he didn't play. He played the song, but not Drake's verse. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't even remember this song Meltdown. Apparently, it was on Utopia, so I had to go and actually look at the lyrics. And there are what could be subliminals against both Pharrell as well as Pusha T. So in Pusha's mind, it's like, you come here, you want to act like our friend, but when push comes to shove, no pun intended, when push comes to shove, he feels like Travis Scott is basically playing both sides. Like he wants to be a friend to Pharrell and the Clipse, but also be a friend to Drake. And you kind of have to pick one side. Before I continue the article, am I the only one who had no idea what this Meltdown song was? I don't know. I mean, I was really into Astroworld, and I just kind of grazed sort of the top of Utopia. I don't even remember the song. So if this was like a big record, please let me know in the comments because I don't remember it. So Pusha continues. He says that he doesn't hold Travis to any standard, but he does say that he has a pattern of sort of playing kind of Switzerland, like he's conveniently neutral. He's done this a lot. He has no picks. He'll do this with anybody. He did this with Sicko Mode, on which Drake seems to diss Kanye despite Travis's close ties to him. I mean, there it's actually family through the Kardashians. Push then referenced last spring when Travis joined Future and Metro on stage and wanted them to tease like that. Obviously, that's a record with, the Kendrick Lamar verse that launched like the biggest rap beef that I can remember. He says he was on the Rolling Loud stage like, play that, play that. I apologize. I'm not going to do a Travis Scott impersonation. He don't have no picks, no loyalty to nobody. He'll jump around whatever he feels is hot or cling on to whatever he feels is hot. But you can play those games with those people. We're not in your mix. Keep your mix over there. He continues, I don't play how y'all play. To me, that's really just like, he's a whore. He's a whore. And it says print can't do justice to the disdain in Push's delivery here. I can only imagine. Overall, Pusha T is just in this stage of his career and probably his life that he just kind of doesn't give a fuck. And it's funny, when this came out, obviously people are talking about it on social media. And I shared, if you think Pusha T cares about being rap friends, like friends with other artists, you don't know Pusha T, because really since the start of his career, you got to remember, he came into this industry with his brother. Pharrell has been their producer since day one. And although they've worked with other people, he has that core group. So I don't think he's very, let's say, pressed to be friends with everyone. The whole like Calabasas crew, like that's just not his scene. This is the guy who doesn't live in New York or LA or Miami. Like he'll show out and show up when he has to, but he just does whatever he wants. And I think that's probably, it just sounds very freeing, like you don't have to really put on a facade. You don't have to smile and act like you're friends with everyone or, play all the politics. Like at this stage in the game, the Clipse just make music like for themselves. And I think like they're day one fans. And you can see that with the reception. Like he's sort of past having to sort of play the industry game. So I think from that perspective, I kind of see like it's not scorched earth. Like he just doesn't care. And, I think we could all take a page from that book. Now, insofar as Travis Scott, I don't think he needs to respond. I mean, he is who he is. He's incredibly successful. He has his fan base. And although there's probably some crossover with the Clipse fans, it's not necessary. Like no one expects him to go into a back and forth with Pusha T. I just don't think it's like particularly on brand for him or really necessary. So I know today this story is like circulating. It's all over social media. I'm sure people are like hitting him and asking him to respond. Travis, you don't need to respond. Like we know the type of artist you are, who your fans are. It's not even really necessary. Like I don't think it would help him to get into a rap battle with someone who really has like zero fucks to give, right? Like this is the person who went after Drake with, song Added On. He really doesn't care. It's like Pusha, Kendrick. There's certain artists who, they love the game. They love to rap. Like that's important to them, that competitive spirit. And they're also really good at it. So unless you want to play them at their game with those rules, I think it's best to just kind of leave it alone. And, this could be the record that Travis just sort of skips when he's listening to the Clipse album. But I think what's funny, especially for fans, one thing a lot of fans, especially young fans, were shocked during Kendrick and Drake was the fact that artists that they thought were friends, social media friends, may not be as close as you think they are. And that's just the nature of the industry, right? It's not personal. As much as we're used to seeing our favorite artists in photos together on social media, interacting, they're in pictures, calling each other bro, and last night was a movie. At the end of the day, these are colleagues. And although there are some true friendships, it really is rare. So behind the scenes, people do kind of keep to themselves. People stay within their own clique. And there are people like a Travis Scott who, can kind of move between different worlds because of who he is, who he's been romantically tied to, things like that. But even for him, he like kind of sticks with his Cactus Jack crew. Like that's just how it is in the industry. And you are going to meet some people just like in real life. Like I'm sure you have friends. If they don't like someone, they really expect you as their friend also, not to deal with them. What is it? My enemy's your enemy. And then you have other people who are like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not cool with them, but what you do, you and them together, that's your business. I know a lot of fans have this like idea that everyone should be friends, and just because somebody's in a picture together or they're taking selfies or even on a track together, that means that they're genuinely cool. Sometimes, but a lot of the times it really just is, this is business and this is where it kind of starts and ends. So everyone is different. I wouldn't read too much into it, but just know that a lot of industry friendships are just that. They stay in the music industry. So what do you think about this whole Pusha T, Travis Scott fallout? I would love to know, do you think that Travis should respond? Is it better to just kind of, you know what, let's let the sleeping dragon lay and we don't want to unleash like a whole other rap beef? Do you think him responding would be good for hip hop? Let me know what you think in the comments. And also, what are your overall thoughts about the new Clipse record? Are you excited for the new album? How are you feeling about this record specifically? I mean, I'm hearing a lot of buzz in the industry and among Day One fans, but I would love to know, what are you thinking? Is this on your radar for this summer? Let me know what you're thinking in the comments.